Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where we are always striving to find the most obscure answers. Let's meet today's players. Couple number one.
Hello, I'm Liz. I've come up from mid-Sussex, and this is my very good friend Becca, who comes from Derbyshire.
Couple number two.
I'm Steve, and this is my dad Terry, and we're from Hertfordshire.
Couple number three.
Hi, my name's Ben, this is Lee, and we're good friends for many years.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Andy, and this is my sister-in-law Julia, and we're from Teesside.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks, all of you. We'll find out more about you throughout the show as it goes along. That leaves just one more person for me to introduce, holding our hands and guiding us through the forest of fallacy. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Hiya. Hi. How are you today?
I'm very well.
Are
very
you?
well. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I'm really well. I'm really well. Keep giving the jackpot away, don't we?
I know.
We absolutely keep giving it away. The last show, Martin and Kaylee from Bridgend came and took it. Got 2 pointless answers they got in that final round as well. Didn't get double the money, though.
No, they get the money squared, which is nice. As it should be.
They did, yeah. They got 2,750 times 2,750, didn't they?
Exactly
I think
right.
they walked away with that. There's about £4 million they walked away with. It was big celebrations in the studio, weren't they?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
A couple of happy
Absolutely,
bunches.
yeah. We've only got one returning pair from that game. It's Lee and Ben. We didn't see a huge amount of you, Lee and Ben, but I suspect we might see more of you today. So it's a very open field. Some lovely questions today as well, so it should be a lot of fun.
OK, thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. Our contestants here need to find the obscure answers our 100 people didn't get. Everyone's looking to find a pointless answer, of course, which is an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. As you gathered, Martin and Kaylee won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this round, I'll take an answer from each of you, but there's to be no conferring, and whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be sent home. OK, our first category today is World Geography. World Geography. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many capital cities to the west of London as they could. Capital cities to the west of London, Richard.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where there's a few obvious answers, but a lot of answers that will drive you mad. Any world capital, please, to the west of London, and that's to the west of London on what we'd have as the conventional atlas map of the world. I would also add, of course, we're looking for the capital of any country which is a sovereign state that is a member of the UN in its own right. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Liz and Becca, you all drew lots before the show, and today you get to go first.
Hello.
Becca, what do you do?
I'm a financial controller.
Now, how do you and Liz know each other?
We are... It's slightly dodgy sounding, but we actually met on the internet. We are both mad fans of Strictly Come Dancing.
Right, I see.
The sequins and the dress.
I see. And there's a forum there.
Absolutely.
And how quickly did you become proper friends?
Quite quickly, actually. We met up after a few months. There was a group of us, but we stayed in touch.
The rest of the group? Nicer online?
Yeah. But no, we have a shared love of many things, so...
Right, OK. Name a couple of them.
Cats, cake.
Yeah.
Cake unites the world.
OK, there we are, cats and cake.
Oh, yes.
Now then, capital cities to the west of London.
I'm thinking, obviously trying to plan it all out in my head, few that I'm trying to go for. I'm going to go for my favourite sounding one, which is Caracas, because I want to do that little motion with it.
Crackers. Caracas, says Becca. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Caracas. It's right. Eight. Very well done, Becca. That's a great answer. Caracas.
Well played, Becca. Lovely start on that first podium. Yeah, it's the capital of Venezuela. In Christmas Eve in Venezuela, they block all the roads off. Do you know why? So people can roller skate to church. True?
See, that's good.
Yeah? That's a country that's got its priorities right, isn't it?
Yeah. Very good indeed. Terry.
Hi.
And you come from Hertfordshire.
Yes, I do.
What do you do, Terry?
I run a small recruitment business with my wife.
So she's presumably running it right now?
I certainly hope so.
Recruiting like mad.
Yes.
What do you like to get up to in your spare time, Terry?
Well, I play a lot of golf. and I play a bit of music with a very small band.
Very small, what, like on your own, or...?
No, they're tiny.
Oh, they're...
No, there's three of us, a little trio.
OK, very good. Now then, Terry, capital cities west of London.
OK, I'm going to go for one that's in a country that I've been to a couple of times, and that is St John's.
St John's. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said St John's. It's right. 8 is our low score at the moment. St John's passes that, goes down to 1. Very well done, Terry. Congratulations on the low score. Commiserations, it didn't go all the way down. But St John's won, cracking score all the same.
The capital of Antigua and Barbuda, Terry, as you rightly know. That's a good answer, isn't it?
It's a very good answer.
It's going to be a good round, this, I think.
I think so. Now, Ben, we know from the last show that you've travelled a lot.
Yes, it's not helping at the minute, to be honest, the West. If it was the East, I'd probably be a bit better. But the West, I'm kind of struggling a bit.
OK, so remind us what you do, Ben.
Project manager at a marquee company.
That's right. And you met Lee travelling.
Yes, yeah, in Tenerife. And then did ski seasons and time in Norway as well. And then I did Australia, Thailand. So the backpacking thing, yeah.
OK, well, I'm just going to give you a moment to think of a really good, low-scoring capital city to the west of London.
The only one at the minute which I don't think it's going to be particularly low-scoring is Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, says Ben. Sao Paulo. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it, if it is. Bad luck, Ben. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, scoring you the maximum of 100 points. Sorry.
Sorry, Ben. If it's any consolation, at least you were right that it wasn't going to be particularly low scoring.
Do I get points for that, then?
Yeah, you get 100, yeah.
Andy, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Where are you from, Andy?
We're from Teesside.
From Teesside. And what do you do, Andy?
I work in communications for a local authority.
And what do you like doing when you're not doing that, Andy?
Watch a bit of football, support Middlesbrough, the borough. No,
There you are,
just
massive.
me. Just me. Play a bit of squash. I do a bit of writing as well. I write a blog, so keep myself busy.
OK, and travel or geography?
I've travelled a little bit of that part of the world, so yeah, hopefully I have a couple of answers.
OK, let's hope you have. What are you going to go for?
I spent a bit of time in South America. I think I'm going to go with Quito.
Quito, says Andy. Quito. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. Well, our low scores are 8 and 1. Let's see if you can get down in that region. Oh, yes, you can. There we are. 3 for Quito. Very well done, Andy.
Yeah, Quito, capital of Ecuador, Andy. Very good answer.
Very good. Well, halfway through the round, let's take a look at those scores. 1, the best score of that pass, Terry. St John's, brilliant answer. Then up to 3 for Quito, then up to 8, where we find Becca and Liz, and then up to 100, I'm afraid, where we find Ben and Lee, our only returning pair. Lee, you've got a bit of a job to do in this next pass, but who knows? Maybe you'll do something miraculous. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? We are looking for capital cities to the west of London. Julia, welcome to the show. What do you do?
I'm a youth worker.
And what bit of youth work do you do? What
Well,
department would that be?
I live in Manchester and I work in Salford at the moment. And I work for a charity that works with disengaged young people. So it's more outreach work. My remit's sort of health-based.
But rewarding, I should think.
Yeah, definitely rewarding.
Very good. And what are your hobbies? What do you like getting up to when you're not working?
I do a lot of baking. Whenever I'm home, me and my sisters sort of tend to take over the kitchen a little bit, making cupcakes. We actually did the cakes for Anna and Andrew's wedding as well, so...
Fantastic. What, so cakes? They were just a wedding cake, or were there lots of cupcakes, or...?
Both. My
Brilliant.
mum was actually more responsible for the wedding cake to
Right.
please the sort of older generation, and then we did the cupcakes, because not many young people like fruit cake anymore, I don't think.
People don't do, like, fruit cupcakes. Fruitcake cupcakes.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'd be very nice.
Wow, OK.
1 minute. That, to me, is a gap in the market.
Yeah.
Because everyone's making cupcakes, right? Everyone is making cupcakes. And not everyone in the world likes sponge. Lots of people do, but everyone makes them. But little fruitcake versions of cupcakes. That's a gap in the market. Look.
So I like a fruitcake. I'd fight for fruitcake. And you can quote me on that. I will... yeah. Now, what are you going to go for, Julia?
I'm going to go with La Paz.
La Paz. La Paz, says Julia. Sounds good to me. The high scores at the moment are Lee and Ben on 100. You're on 396 or less. Stops you from becoming the new high scorers. Here is your red line, nice and high. Let's see if La Paz can get you below that. It's right, and you're through. 6. 6 for La Paz. Takes your total up to 9. Very well done, Julia.
Very well played. One of the capital cities of Bolivia, the highest capital city in the world, and the home of the fruit cupcake.
Lee.
Hello.
Now, Lee, Ben hasn't really helped you here.
No.
That's 100 points.
Yeah.
I'm just looking down the line. There's Steve to come and there's Liz to come. You have to work out, do these people look like they know good capital cities?
I think they might. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a punt.
And it's got to be a low score.
I think the capital of Barbados might be Bridgetown.
Bridgetown, says Lee. Bridgetown, it's a punt. There's no red line for you, you're the high scorers. But let's see, is Bridgetown right? And if it is, how many people said it? Is right. Very well done indeed, Lee. 1. That's a great score.
Yeah, you've done everything you can there. It's a terrific answer. Yeah, the capital of Barbados, as you say.
OK. Now, Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What do you do, Steve?
I work in recruitment.
Oh, do you now? Also absent from the recruiting office in Hertfordshire.
Yeah.
Well, don't say shush, you're on telly now. What do you like getting up to, Steve?
I like to play football and cricket in the summer and watch live music, go to see bands quite a bit.
OK, I mean, do you go to festivals or do you have particular bands that you...
Yeah, try to get to 1 or 2 festivals a year and some local gigs in London.
What are the big gigs that you have in store?
It's got to be the Download Festival.
It has actually got to be the Download Festival, yeah.
I am running a stall at the Download Festival.
What are you selling?
What do you reckon?
Glow sticks?
Nope. Another guess?
Studded belts?
Nope. Fruit cupcakes.
Steve, capital cities to the west of London.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with the South American theme and say Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires, says Steve. Buenos Aires. OK, the high scorers are Lee and Ben on 101. A score of 99 or less will prevent you from becoming the new high scorers. Let's see if Buenos Aires is right. Let's see how many people said it. There's your red line. Well done, you've done it. $11. 11 takes your total up to 12.
Yeah, just had to give us a safe answer there, and you did exactly that.
Now then, Liz, welcome from Sussex.
Yes.
What do you do, Liz?
Well, I have 2 children, so I'm a domestic goddess.
A domestic goddess.
Yeah.
How old are your children?
I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Right, you are. So, but do you have hobbies? Do you have things you...
I do.
I mean, obviously, I know that Strictly is a big hobby. I know
Strictly?
cats are a big
Obviously,
hobby, and the baking, obviously, a big
Baking's
hobby.
a
Anything
big
else?
thing. 50s dresses.
Yes. Yeah.
Which actually has gone on. I'm in the process of designing my own range.
Are you wearing a Liz dress today?
Unfortunately not, no, because I'm sorting out the details of production at the moment.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Now then, the only hope Ben and Lee have is that you score incredibly high. I'm not going to ask you to talk through your answers, just in case you score so high that you tie with Ben and Lee. Don't think for a moment that's any comment on what I think your knowledge of capital cities to the west of London stands at.
OK. I was going to take a bit of a risk, but I'm going to play safe and say Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
Yeah.
Safe, Reykjavik. Here is your red line. Get below that, you're through to the next round. Is Reykjavik right? And if it is, how many people said it? It is right, and you're through. Down it goes, still going. 6. Very well done indeed, Liz. 14 is your total.
It's the world's most northerly capital city, Reykjavik, capital of Iceland, of course. If you'd gone for a risky one, Liz, what would you have gone for?
Well, the first name that came in my head was Bogatura, and then I got very worried that it wasn't actually a capital city.
No, it is a capital
Oh,
city.
yeah, that's
Absolutely
all right.
right. Would have scored 9 points. So Reykjavik actually a better answer.
Brilliant.
Yeah, a lot of people concentrating on the South American ones. Obviously, that's a similar thing to do in the Caribbean ones as well. There are 4 European names on the list. You heard Reykjavik. Lisbon would have scored you 13. Madrid would have scored you 10. Dublin we'll get on to in a moment. The real low scorers are those ones on the west coast of Africa. So let's take a look at some of the pointless answers. See if you've got any of these at home. Accra, the capital of Ghana. That's to the west of London. Banjul, which is the capital of the Gambia. Monrovia, which is Liberia. All of those pointless answers. Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso. They also got the best name of any capital city in the world. Praia, which is the capital of the Cape Verde Islands. Rabat, that's the capital of Morocco. It's a pointless answer. St George's, now we're back over to the Caribbean. St George's is the capital of Grenada. San Salvador, of course, is El Salvador. And Santo Domingo is the Dominican Republic. So well done if you said any of those. Another pointless answer was our old pointless favourite, Paramaribo, the capital of Suriname. Let's take a look now at the top answers, the ones that most of our 100 people said when we quizzed them online. Mexico City would have scored 22. That's the other European one. Dublin on 34. And perhaps unsurprisingly, Washington, D.C. up the top on 51 points. And of course, Ben gave us Sao Paulo, which is not the capital of Brazil, Sao Paulo. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia, but that would have scored you 16 points, would have knocked you out anyway.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who'll be heading home with their high score of 101. I'm really sorry, Ben and Lee, it's you. Well, we had the best and the worst there. We had 100 and we had 1, our best score and worst score of the rounds. So, yeah, there we are. Ben and Lee, I'm afraid we have to say goodbye to you. But it's been great having you on both shows. Thank you so much for playing. Ben and Lee. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. So 3 pairs remain at the end of this round. Of course, it goes down to 2 pairs. Well, that was a brilliant first round. Fantastic low scoring from all of you. Apart from Steve, double figures. 11.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to pull your socks up, Steve, or it's back to recruitment for you. OK, our category, best of luck for all 3 pairs, our category for round 2 is pop music. Pop music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, the question concerns cover versions. It's cover versions, Richard.
On each pass, we're going to show you 6 pairs of bands or artists. In each pair, the first one wrote a song, and the second one had a hit with it in the year shown. You just need to tell us what that song is, please. It's going to be 12 songs to guess at home. Very, very best of luck.
OK, thanks very much. Let's reveal our first board of 6 cover versions, and here they are. Paul McCartney and Wings, Guns N' Roses, 1991. Tom Waits, Rod Stewart, 1990. The Bee Gees, Take That, 1996. Dolly Parton, The White Stripes, 2004. Snow Patrol, Leona Lewis, 2008. And the Zootons, Amy Winehouse, 2007. I'll read those all one last time. Paul McCartney and Wings, Guns N' Roses, 1991. Tom Waits, Rod Stewart, 1990. The Bee Gees, Take That, 1996. Dolly Parton, The White Stripes, 2004. Snow Patrol, Leona Lewis, 2008. And the Zootons, Amy Winehouse, 2007. There we are, 6 pairs of bands. What is the cover version that the second of those named bands has done? Liz.
Not liking this.
Really?
No. I think I know the top one. I'm going to go with Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die, says Liz. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said it. It's right. Not a bad score at all. 13, Liz. Very well done. 13 for Live and Let Die.
Well done, Liz. That's a relief, isn't it? Yeah, it was Wings and Guns N' Roses both had top 10 hits with it.
Steve, how are we feeling about this board?
Yeah, good. She stole my Guns N' Roses one, but I know a couple more. I think. I'll go with the bottom one, the Zootons, Amy Winehouse and Valerie.
Valerie says Steve. Let's see if Valerie's right for the Zootons and Amy Winehouse. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. 30. That's high. 30 for
It's a very well-known song, isn't it? Yeah, the Zootons complain that now whenever they play it live, people say, why are you doing an Amy Winehouse cover version?
It's annoying.
Well, you know what? They made such a lot of money out of it. I imagine they're OK.
Fair enough. Now, Andy, you're the last person to have this board.
Yeah.
Do you want to take us through it?
I'll have a crack. The one that I should know is the one that I'm kicking myself about, which I don't know. I believe it's the Dolly Parton and the White Stripes. If I was to hazard a guess, I'd say Tom Waits and Rod Stewart, maybe his Waltz in Matilda. The Bee Gees and Take That, How Deep Is Your Love, but probably the one I'm going to go for to stay safe is Snow Patrol and Leona Lewis with Run.
Snow Patrol, Leona Lewis, Run, says Andy. Let's see, is it right? How many people said it if it is? It is right. $22, not bad. Not bad at all for Run.
Yeah, terrific cover version, that one. 22 points. The Tom Waits, Rod Stewart one, it's not Waltzing Matilda. Do you know that one?
Downtown Train.
Downtown Train. It's the best answer up there as well. Would have scored 4 points. The one you couldn't get, the Dolly Parton White Stripes one, it's Jolene. Jolene, well done if you said that at home. It's another good score, 9 points. And you're absolutely right about the Bee Gees and Take That. It was How Deep Is Your Love, 21 points. So Valerie actually scores the most on that board.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So let's take a look at our scores. We're halfway through the round. 13, the best score of that pass, Liz. Well done. There you are. 13, good score. Then up to 22, where we find Andy and Julia, and then up to 30, where we find Steve and Terry. Again, not too far ahead, but Terry, a nice low score is what you need to keep yourselves in the game. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? All right, let's put 6 more pairs of artists on the board, and here they come. We have got Bob Marley, Eric Clapton, 1974. Public Enemy, Tricky, 1995. The Beatles, Joe Cocker, 1968. Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin, 1967. Leonard Cohen, Alexandra Burke, 2008. And Neil Diamond, UB40, 1983. I'll read those one last time. Bob Marley, Eric Clapton, 1974. Public Enemy, Tricky, 1995. The Beatles, Joe Cocker, 1968. Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin, 1967. Leonard Cohen, Alexandra Burke, 2008. And Neil Diamond, UB40, 1983. So remember, we're looking for the name of the song by the first artist, which was covered by the second artist in the year shown in brackets. And Julia, we want a nice low-scoring answer from you.
I don't think you'll get one because I don't know any. I'm going to go with the bottom one, which is the only UB40 song I know. Red, Red Wine?
Red, Red Wine. You're hoping that that's a Neil Diamond cover. 1983, the year sounds right. Well, you're on 22. Terry and Steve, 30. If you can score 7 or less, you'll avoid becoming the new high scorers. But let's see, how many people said Red, Red Wine? It is right.
I didn't think it would be.
25. 47 your total.
Well, that turned out nicely, didn't it? Very well done. Yeah, cover version. They didn't realise it was a Neil Diamond song when they covered it. It just said Diamond on the songwriter. They didn't realise it was Neil Diamond until it was a huge hit. Then they worked it out.
I imagine Neil Diamond was working it out all the way through. Yeah. Terry.
Yes.
How's that board for you?
Well, OK, but my answer's been stolen because I thought that was better than the other couple that I know. So I'll have to go for my second choice.
Well, just before you do, Andy and Julia are on 47. You're on 30, so 16 or less will prevent you from becoming the new high scorers.
I'll go for the top one, Bob Marley, Eric Clapton. And I think that was I Shot the Sheriff.
I Shot the Sheriff, says Terry. Here is your red line. If you get below that, you're through to the next round. Let's see if I Shot the Sheriff is right. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. you've done it. Look at that. 13. Very well done indeed. 43, your total.
Well played, Terry. Terrible defence, by the way, in a court of law. Just so you know.
Yeah. I wonder whose counsel was on that occasion.
I don't know. Absolutely no idea. I would call that song "I Did Not Shoot the Deputy." And I would say nothing else until I had a brief.
OK, now then, Becca. So we want the name of the song by the first artist that's covered by the second artist in the year shown. You're on 13. The high scorers on 47 are Julia and Andy. So if you can score 33 or less, you're through to the next round. Just take us through the board and just think out loud.
The only one that I'm absolutely certain on is the Leonard Cohen, Alexandra Burke, which is Hallelujah. But I've also got a hunch that's possibly the highest scorer, so I'm not quite sure about that. And the only Public Enemy song I know is Fight For Your Right, but I don't know if I'm confident enough, so I think I'm going to play it safe and go for Hallelujah for Leonard Cohen and Alexandra Burke.
OK, Hallelujah is what you're going to go for. Here comes your red line. If Hallelujah gets you below that red line, you're in the head-to-head. Let's find out. Does it? But it's right. It's getting closer. Oh, you've done it! Look at that! 31! You needed 33, you've got 31. Well played, Becca. 44, your total. Very, very close total scores.
Oh, well done. There were 3 versions of that in the top 40 at one point with Alexandra Burke. Jeff Buckley did one, and Leonard Cohen's own version got back into the top 40. If the only Public Enemy song you know is Fight For The Right, it turns out you don't know any Public Enemy songs at all. Because that's a Beastie Boys song, Fight For Your Right to Party. The Public Enemy song that Tricky covered was Black Steel. It's a terrific answer, would only have scored 2 points. The Beatles and Joe Cocker, I think a few more people would have known that. Do you know that one?
With a little help from my friends.
With a little help from my friends. It scored 26. And do you know Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin? Respect.
Really?
Yeah, 6 points. So Black Steel, the best answer up there.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, I'm afraid Andy and Julia, you are our high-scoring pair. 2 perfectly good answers. Good guess, red wine. But I'm afraid it's not enough. We have to say goodbye to you. We'll see you again next time. Look forward to that very much. Julia and Andy, thanks so much for playing. But for the 2 remaining pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Terry and Steve, Liz and Becca. You are 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. Now, to decide who goes through to the final and plays for that money, you're now going to go head-to-head. But the difference is you're now allowed to confer. And the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for the jackpot. Well, there's only 1 point on aggregate between you. A hair's breadth. But some fantastic play from both pairs. Great news that you can now confer. So, yes, anything could happen. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here's your first question, and it concerns famous Justins. Famous Justins, Richard.
We're about to show you 5 pictures now of famous people called Justin. Just in case you didn't think there were 5 famous people called Justin, there are. We need you to name us the most obscure of these, please.
OK, thanks very much. Here come your 5 Justins, and they are as follows. A. B. C. D. And E. 5 Justins. Terry and Steve, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first.
Definitely. Yeah, do that. Yeah, OK. We're going to go for D, Justin Leonard.
Justin Leonard, say Terry and Steve. Justin Leonard. Liz and Becca, talk us through the other Justins.
There's 2 fairly obvious ones. So A is Timberlake and E is everybody's favourite, Justin Bieber. I think B is it Justin Welby?
If you think that's what it is.
Blaze of Glory.
Go for it. Yes.
B,
Haven't a clue.
Justin Welby.
Justin Welby. Say Liz and Becca. Justin Welby for B. So we have Leonard versus Welby. Terry and Steve are going for Leonard. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Leonard. It's right. Eight. Very well done indeed. Justin Leonard. Now then, Liz and Becca have said that B is Justin Welby. Justin Welby. Let's see if Welby's right. Let's see how many people said that. It is, of course, right. Is it going to beat 8, though? Down it goes. Yes, it is. Look at that. 4 for Welby. Well done, Becca. But well done, Becca and Liz. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, very good work, Becca, is the Archbishop of Canterbury, of course. In fact, you got the top 2 answers on the board there. Justin Leonard, the 1997 Open champion, is a very good answer as well. There are 2 obvious ones there. First one, you're right, is Justin Timberlake, and he would have scored you 76 points. C, Justin Gatlin, the sprinter, would have scored you 12 points. Now, in the battle between Timberlake and Bieber, I think he scored more or less than Timberlake.
Oh, he'll have scored more than Timberlake.
More or less, do you think?
More.
Less, says Terry. And Terry is right. He scored 73 points, Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good news, isn't it?
Oh, that is good news.
It's good news for us Justin Timberlake fans.
There we are. Well, thanks very much indeed. So here comes your second question. Terry and Steve, we need you to win this question if you're to stay in the game. Best of luck. It concerns snooker world champions. Snooker world champions, Richard.
We're now going to show you the names of 5 snooker world champions, all scrambled up as anagrams, I'm afraid. Can you... I know, it gets better, doesn't it? Can you unscramble them and give us the most obscure answer? Good luck.
OK, thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 snooker champions, and here they are. We've got Bolero Interns, Saintly on Red, Hoggish Gin, Rented Hyphens, and I Am Warm Skill. Bolero Interns, Saintly on Red, Hoggish Gin, Rented Hyphens, and I Am Warm Skill. There we are, 5 world snooker champions. Liz and Becca, you go first this time.
Yeah, because it's quite recent. It's not that one, I think. Yeah. OK, we're going to go for Bolero Interns. And I think it's Neil Robertson.
Neil Robertson. Say Liz and Becca. Neil Robertson. Terry and Steve, what are you going to go for?
Do we know any?
I know the third one's John Higgins, 4th one Stephen Hendry.
That's where I come to a standstill,
I
unfortunately.
don't know if either of them 2 beat the top one.
I don't think they're going to.
Yeah, so Stephen Hendry.
Yeah, just because it looks the most difficult anagram, we'll go for Rented Hyphens being Stephen Hendry.
Stephen Hendry, say Terry and Steve. Now, Liz and Becca, you've gone for Neil Robertson. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. It's still going down, down it goes. Oh, brilliant, look at that, 1. 1 for Neil Robertson. Very well done indeed. Terry and Steve. This is the one you have to win to stay in the game. You've gone for Stephen Hendry, Rented Hyphens. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how far down it goes. 27. 27. Well, Liz and Becca, many congratulations to you. What a fantastic head-to-head round. You are through to the final 2-0. Brilliant.
Nothing you could have done there, Terry and Steve. Liz and Becca, you do know we frown upon people who, when a question comes up, going, oh, not snooker, not world champions. Oh, not anagrams. Let me Bolero Interns. That'd be Neil Robertson. That'd be, so we've absolutely got your number. I wish you'd come back for another show so we could have a proper go at you. That's outrageous. You're right about Hoggish Gin, that is John Higgins, but would have scored 24 points. The next best score was I Am Warm Skill. It's the Welshman Mark Williams. Would have scored you 10. Now, everyone's heard of this last one, but it's a tough anagram. Saintly on Red, Dennis Taylor. 5 points.
Thanks very much indeed. So our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid it's Terry and Steve. Well, you came into this as just the lowest scoring pair, but the Liz and Becca machine, you didn't stand a chance.
Can't fight that.
Well, listen, Terry and Steve, good news is we get to see you again next time. We'll look forward to that. Thanks so much for playing Meanwhile. Terry and Steve.
Yeah. Hey, well done. Good luck. Good luck.
But for Liz and Becca, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Liz and Becca. You've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy, so very well done indeed. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,000. Well, that head-to-head round, let's just think about that for a moment or two. Fantastic answers there. Amazing. Welby?
No idea where that came from.
See, that's why I'm on her team.
Spotlight, but better still, Neil Robertson. I mean, are you a massive snooker fan, actually?
It does tend to be. World Championship comes around, that's me set for 17 days.
OK, right. OK, well, that's very good to hear. OK, well, very best of luck. To win that money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. First, though, you have to choose a category, and here are your 5 options. They are athletics, world leaders, playwrights, indie music, transport.
Right.
What do you reckon?
What are you thinking?
I'm no good at playwrights.
No, fine. Playwright. Out.
World leaders.
What is transport going to be?
I know. Athletics for me, but I don't know if you'd be.
If I could work out what transport might be. Do you want to do rock, paper, scissors?
Okay. You ready?
So hang on, which way round are we doing it then?
I'm going for athletics.
All right, I'm going
Transport.
I'm going for transport.
Are you ready?
Why not? Okay. It's all on you. Are you sure about this?
Rock, paper, scissors.
We'll go for transport.
OK, transport it is. Here comes your question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many London Underground stations with one-word names as they could.
Right.
Richard.
Somebody looking for the name of any station on the London Underground network that has one name. That's on the map of March 2013. No DLR stations on London Overground, just any of the London Underground stations that have one name. Very, very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £1,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, so it's got to be underground, not...
Yeah. First one I'm thinking is Angel.
Yeah.
But that might be too obvious.
Highgate.
Yes,
All one
Banker's
word.
obviously too obvious. Highgate I'm liking. I'm thinking that's straight in. Some... This is hard. Why don't I come down to
Piccadilly.
Yes.
Victoria, but these are getting obvious. We need
Yeah,
to go further out.
further out.
Olympia.
Yes, that's got to be a good shout. So you've got Bank, Olympia,
Highgate.
Highgate.
I think what's on the Northern Line going up of Piccadilly. Angel. I think have Angel rather than Bank.
Okay.
10 seconds left.
Highgate, Olympia, Angel, unless we can think of anything absolutely last minute.
It's my... Oh.
OK, your time is up. We were looking for London Underground stations with one-word names. I now need your 3 answers.
So, Bow.
OK,
Yes,
Bow.
Bow. Highgate.
Yeah.
Highgate.
And
Olympia.
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 Yeah.
OK. Of those 3, which is your best shot at the pointless answer? Which
I
one do you
think
put last?
Bow might be the best one.
Okay.
OK, Bow we
Yeah,
put
okay.
last.
All right.
Yeah.
Which do you want to put first?
Olympia, I'd say.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Olympia, Highgate, and Bow. OK, so we were looking for London Undergrounds with one-word names. Your first answer was Olympia. This was you thought your least likely to be pointless. Only one of these answers has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. Let's find out how many people said Olympia. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately not a pointless answer. I think I know why. So yes, only 2 more chances to win today's jackpot of £1,000. What would you do with £1,000, Liz?
Oh, well, I think we had we sort of decided between us that we might skip off and have a holiday somewhere. I haven't told the husband this yet, but yeah, seemed like a good plan, really. Yeah.
OK, very good. And Becca, you'd go along with that as well.
Absolutely,
Same, you're
yes.
in. OK,
Yeah.
quite right. Good, good. OK, well, we're looking for London Underground stations with one-word names. Let's hope nobody said your next answer. Highgate. Again, this has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. So for £1,000, let's find out how many people said Highgate. Well, it's right. I'm afraid Olympia wasn't right, but Highgate very much is. There we are, taking us down through the 30s, through the 20s. If this goes all the way down to 0, you leave with £1,000. It's still going down. 3. That's more like it. Much better. 3. We've gone from 100 to 3 in 2 questions. This is fantastic. Only one more chance to win today's jackpot. London Underground stations with one-word names. Your last answer was Bow. OK. If this goes down to 0, you leave here with £1,000. Let's find out. Is Bow pointless? Oh, bad luck. Bad luck. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid that means you don't win today's jackpot of £1,000, which rolls over onto the next show. We've loved having you on the show. You've been brilliant contestants, particularly in that head-to-head round. And you do, of course, get to take home our pointless trophy each, so well done.
Yeah, it's a valiant effort. It's Kensington Olympia rather than Olympia, and it's Bromley by Bow on the Underground. There are 26 pointless answers here, 26 one-word things that nobody mentioned at all. Yep, let's go through some of them. Borough was a pointless answer. Kennington in South London. Kilburn on the Jubilee line was a pointless answer. Leytonstone, Loughton, Plaistow, all of those pointless. Southwark, Stockwell, Woodford. You could have also had Barkingside, Becontree, Chesham, Chorleywood, Colindale, Fairlop, Harlesden, Ickenham, Kingsbury. You could have had Neasden, Northfields, Northwood, Oakwood, Queensbury, Redbridge, Southfields and Upney. Very well done if you said any of those. If you live near one of them, I suspect you did. And tough luck, very difficult in that 60 seconds.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Liz and Becca, but we've loved having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Great contestants, Liz and Becca. Very well done. Well, sadly, Liz and Becca didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.